Hello, mysterious person behind the screen. How you doing? It's been a while, isn't it? I think the last time you saw me on camera was the sort of weird little update that I did back in November, which was just very, very sad. But I wanted to make more as an act of therapy to myself, because I was really not having a good time last year. And I don't think I really realised that until I actually said that out loud on camera. And the one thing I will say about that video is, as sad as it was, and actually I look back on it and I'm like, you know what, was it right to put that out in like a public forum where this channel is ultimately just light-hearted pop culture stuff? I don't know, but then I think, well, the comments on it were so lovely from everyone, and it really made me feel seen and heard and validated, even though what I was going through was something very small in the grand scheme of things. It meant a lot to know that so many people took the time to comment and just to say, it sucks to hear, I hope you're doing well. But I was thinking the other day that was the last time that I appeared on camera to you all, apart from stuff like the Christmas video and the Season 7 unboxing. That was the last time I had sat down and looked at you guys directly and just spoke. And I didn't want that to be the last time I did that. So I just wanted to give an update, just to say that things are going really well. I've also just realised this is the first time I've filmed a video with a beard. Beard, viewers, beard. It's the first time you guys have met. So yeah, that's happened. That wasn't expected, but it happened. In fact, a lot has happened in my life since November. In the last sort of 6 months, things have changed a lot for the better, really for the better. I think last year it was a lot of directionless, I don't know what I'm doing thoughts. And after a while of that, that can really mess with your head. And that was one of the big reasons why I think I felt the way I did last year. November, pretty much from July to November were the worst months. And then December got a little better because it was kind of Christmas, so I could distract myself and fling myself into Christmas and just, you know, happy, joyful joy. And it was a great Christmas. It was really, really good. And it was healing. It felt very healing and refreshing and kind of exactly what I needed. And unlike last year where I had such a great Christmas and then the January kind of came in and hit me like a ton of bricks and was fucking awful, this January was really solid. I mean, it's January, it's never going to be anyone's favourite month, but it was much better. I didn't feel as sad as I did, which started the year off on a good note. And then the rest of the year has been fantastic so far. I feel way more in tune with myself, my emotions, way more present in the world than I did last year. I'm enjoying life and I'm enjoying the moments that I'm in. I'm way more present than I have been maybe even since COVID, because, and I don't know if this is true for a lot of people, but after 2021, where it all very much felt like we pushed through this really dark patch in life and COVID's done, and, you know, it wasn't done, obviously there were things going on with it, but, you know, the bulk of it is over and we can kind of get back to normality. And I think 2022 and 2023, you were sort of, or certainly I was kind of riding the high of like, we pushed through it. And I went through an awful patch in 2021, which is still the worst period in my life. And I pushed through that, and I was kind of riding the high of that for a couple of years without really taking stock of the fact that because I was having such a good time, I had pushed a lot of those insecurities and feelings down that were then slowly bubbling back up, and I just didn't really take stock of that or notice, which is why I think it really hit me last year. I guess it was a wake-up call that for as much as you can fight through those incredibly dark moments in your life, things are always going to come back to haunt you if you let them and if you don't check up on them. But since the year started, I think it's been a lot of self-improvement. I did a therapy course, which I don't mind admitting to you that I did a 6-week anxiety and depression course, which I think taught me a lot of helpful advice in terms of managing those feelings when they come up. And a lovely reason why things have been better as well is my girlfriend. We've been friends for 2 or 3 years, and it was always kind of bubbling in the background, and February time we just said let's do it, and we've been dating since then, and we're really, really happy, and having her in my life has improved it tremendously, and it's felt really good having someone like that in my life after everything last year. Channel wise though, it's as dry as ever. I don't want to make any promises that I'll come back with like a slew of videos like I usually do, because the honest answer is I don't know what's going to happen with this channel. my promise still stands from the last video where it's like, I will never leave. As long as YouTube's about, I will still be about. Every time a new collection set comes out, you're going to get an unboxing of it without fail. So I'm always going to be around, but as well as being a big improvement this year so far, as of end of April, it's also been really busy and I've had a lot going on, and I just have to kind of dedicate time to my life these days. And I kind of never really realised in school when I was doing like 2 or 3 videos a week how precious that time was, and how, you know, valuable it was to have that amount of free time to make videos, and I just don't have that anymore. But there's still loads and loads and loads of stuff I want to do. I've always got ideas bouncing around in my head for videos. I'm never not thinking of video ideas, it's just actively executing those ideas and making them a reality. But please stay tuned, because stuff is coming, and I think you'll like a lot of what I've got planned, even if it isn't in the immediate future, or even if it isn't as regular as I would like it to be, or you would maybe like it to be. Things are coming, and I'm feeling more positive about starting this up again than I did last year. But I just wanted to make this video to say thank you for all of those comments after I put up that video in November, and to just let you guys know that I'm doing a lot better now, and to say that if you watched that video in November and thought I feel very similar, to just keep going and keep fighting through. No feeling is final. If you can reach out to people, do. There is always a support network there, and that is something that I've really learned in the last year. The point is, there are always options available to you, and I just hope everyone is doing safe and well, and is enjoying the new season of Doctor Who that is airing. I very much am. I'm really enjoying it so far. I think it's been a lot of fun. Lux, I thought, was brilliant. Robot Revolution was fun. The Well comes out tomorrow, which I'm looking forward to. So yeah, Doctor Who's really good at the minute, which is nice. I might make a video on Lost Records, Bloom and Rage, which is Dope Nod's new game, which I completely fell in love with, and a controversial statement, or a big statement I guess, is the closest thing since Life is Strange 1 to capturing that spirit and being that special, and I can totally see sort of 13, 14, 15-year-olds playing that now and just having their lives completely changed in the way that I did when I played Life is Strange 1. So that's been a highlight of this year so far too. But yeah, I want to know how you guys are doing as well. How have you all been in the last kind of 6 months, and what's been going on with you? Hopefully, you know, you this won't be the last you see of me for months on end, but you never know. But I'm a lot better, so yeah. So like, subscribe, comment, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care now.